the eccentric isn't causing hypertrophy. Maybe that's why you eliminated it.
So here's the thing with the eccentric not causing hypertrophy. And I do think the eccentric is important, but on a lift like stiff leg deadlifts, I have found that if I control the eccentric, I fucking pull something. That's bad. We don't like when that happens.
Yeah, so it's crazy to me how many of you guys didn't realize that I was being satirical in that video. We got some goobers saying I just ripped like the top comment or something. Even though like I downloaded the video from TikTok. It's almost like the idea isn't that hard to come up with. It's almost like two people can just come up with the same conclusion watching a video. I mean, come on. It's literally the first thing I fucking thought of when I saw the video. Anyhow, someone who's been around the block with injuries, herniated disc in my back, I've fucked myself up many times. I can relate to this. And it's actually why I tell people that controlling the eccentric is a good idea, especially in people that are on exogenous hormones. So what happens is muscles become more capable of producing a lot of force in a shorter period of time, and where your tendons, ligaments, all that jazz kind of lags behind a little bit. And that's why I actually think the eccentric is pretty important for preventing injury on an SLDL. Because what tendons like is very, very slow movements, right? That's why isometrics are great for tendons. If you find yourself often pulling something, it might mean that you are weaker in that given task. So the best way to prevent injury is by doing the task, but then obviously you don't fucking start with 4-plate eccentrics. You would lower it down, start at 2, and then work your way up from there. And this is just a stress strain curve. So you have the elastic region and then you lengthen to a point where you start to actually deform the tissue. So then as you can see is that, now strain is increasing more than stress. Then you reach a point where there's so much strain, there's so much force and so much pressure that shit breaks. And fatigue can impact this because it can actually reduce the elasticity of structures like tendons, muscles, whatever, and reduce the amount of strain that they can actually absorb. Because with strain injuries, it's a matter of the total amount of strain endured by that tissue, not just in one part of the movement. So yeah, the eccentric is pretty important for certain adaptations like tendon stiffness. Then also, since it's such high forces being generated, I do think it's beneficial to include it in a lot of lifts. But it's just baffling to me. I was being sarcastic. I mean, come on guys, what are we doing?